This is the process shot. I'm Michael, I'm stuck in a system of catacombs, and I've seen The Backrooms, a short, new, atmospheric horror film from Kane Parsons. It opens with a simple setup, where during the shoot of an amateur shot-on-video movie, the cameraman trips and stumbles over himself. He apparently glitches and lands in a somewhat disturbing maze of yellow hallways and fluorescent lights, with nothing around him but the low humming of electricity. Hey, wait a minute. Anyways, as he walks around, he not only realizes that there might be more to these hallways than dirty paper and concrete flooring, but that there might be more within these hallways than himself. I'm talking about monsters, of course. Again, there's no real narrative beyond the initial setup, so what we get here is more of an experimental take on atmosphere and visual presentation. Not only that, but it also works as a means of digital presentation, as while this is a pretty believable environment, it's also pretty clear that it's CGI. The shot-on-video aesthetic and filters do help to hide this pretty well, though, and at first glance you may not actually be able to tell the difference. It would have been interesting to see how far it could have been taken, since we do get to see some environments beyond the hallways, adding to the greater sense of mystery within the short. However, the whole illusion does end up being broken a bit by the monsters, as their shapeless designs end up being a bit more generic than what was likely intended. That is, it's spooky, but in a way that draws more attention to them as entities, rather than something that exists here naturally. I think it would have been scarier if they had more familiar shapes or designs, since the hallways and other environments do in fact have a sense of unsettling familiarity to them. In any case, the short doesn't have much else to it besides proving that its world can exist, and that it can be given a greater, almost impossible sense of scale than you might think could be done. There's plenty to indicate a desire to build and develop upon this world, but there are only glimpses in this short. But as a proof of concept or a pilot episode, it works out well. I just would have liked it better if it knew outright where it wanted to go. The Backrooms, Kane Parsons, 2022. 2.5 stars. I'd say that it's worth giving a watch, though more for what it could be than what it is. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. If there's a significant follow-up, I'd like to see it. I wouldn't necessarily want little bits of world building over little bits of video. I don't think that's too much to ask for, is it?